Basically, back in high school, me and Kyle, we met through Lucas, who was part of NELK at the time.
Okay.
I was best friends with his cousin.
Okay.
So Lucas introduced me to Kyle, and basically it was a long weekend. I remember it was in July, I think. Maybe it was that Canada Day weekend.
Okay.
And we went out like Friday, and then the next day he's like, "Let's go out again." Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday. So we went on like a 3-day bendy, shall you say?
Yeah.
And then we kind of like hit it off, and then we started like talking, and then we became like best friends now.
Yeah.
So that's how like he was always on the road going to LA. We'd be talking on the phone for like 2 hours and like, kicking it, and then we just got so close, and he was like, in the back of my head, I always like wanted to join. It was like my parents said, like they were kind of like go to school, go to college, work Monday to Friday.
Yep.
Like they wanted me to go into law enforcement, but like I knew I just wanted to make people happy, like and laugh. Like I'm very like energy guy. Like I like to make jokes a lot, and I knew in the back of my head like I did not want to do like law enforcement. I want to like be part. Like I want to make people laugh. Like that was like my calling, sort of, shall you say? Yeah. And since then it's been. But it was tough. I remember sitting down with my parents. It was December because I knew I had like 1 week to like tell Kyle like I want to join. Mm-hmm. So I remember sitting them down. It was after Christmas, and I was like, "Mom, Dad, I gotta tell you something. I want to join NELK." And then my mom just starts crying. My dad,
she knew what NELK was up to that point.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
I mean, you always hear, because you hear about like, oh, it's partying, it's all this
drinking,
that. It all seems like it's bad. Like I was gonna become some sort of like party animal.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already doing that, but I guess I was gonna go more and more and party. But it was tough. It was tough. My dad was like, "Do you really want to do this?" Because like now I got to do this kind of like for the rest of my life, sort of.
Yeah,
so.
Sure.
But I'm enjoying it right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, we always say it on the pod. It's so important to find something that you want to do, that 100%. You're passionate about. What were you doing before you said you were going to get into law enforcement? What were you doing exactly? Did you have a job?
So I was working at the airport, actually, security.
Okay. All right.
I was making my way up. And it was COVID, like 2020 in Toronto, and I'm like a security guy at the airport, like telling people to put masks on.
Yeah. Brutal,
yeah, exactly.
The opposite of making people laugh. The opposite of making people laugh.
I'm making like $21 an hour, and I'm like fighting with people like with this COVID stuff, and I'm like, is this really like worth it? Like I'm just coming to work 6 to 2 Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I could do better.
Yeah.
And then Kyle was asking, and then I was like, now's the time.
Yeah, right away.
So 100%. Pretty much that week you dropped everything and you're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Damn.
What was the conversation like between you and Kyle when you were having that, and what was going on in your head where you're like, fuck, let's go?
Yeah, I mean, I was pumped up. I can't even lie.
For sure.
He's like 2021 is gonna be like this year, like happy dad, filming everything. He's like, you gotta join this year. Like this is the year to come. Yeah. And I was like, shit. Yeah. I'm coming.